The knowledge gap between the wealthy and the poor.
Yeah.
How wide is it?
It's very wide, but not just wide, it's also covered. The wealthy likes it like that. Because don't forget, this is a market.
Yeah.
If you don't lose, I don't make. Yeah, I'm trying to collect money from you. That's it. Okay, none of us can make money. Produce. We cannot. So ideally what we do is that we collect money. If I offer you a service, I collect money from you. I collect money from... So I collect money. I don't make money. Only the government can make money. So if we're also in the stock market, what we are doing is that we're collecting money. So Graham would say that the market is a redistribution place from the inpatient to the patient. So if I'm in the market and I know that, okay, I know what I'm doing, you think you know what I'm doing. So it's like chess. I like that you think you know what I'm doing. Because that puts you exactly where I want you.
It's a trap.
Yeah. You see, the average person follows headline. Oh, this person just acquired this company. This person just did this. And then that's the excitement. You think it's a pointer for you to do, for you to get in. But the question I'm not asking is that, what did this person see? What's the rationale behind this decision? You don't know. People just like to be an investor. They don't really know whether it's going to make them wealthy or not. Once they are just an investor, a landlord, they are comfortable, they are good. Because that makes them feel like the wealthy. Oh, this person is an investor, I'm also an investor, they are good.
So you said that the knowledge gap between the rich and the poor is not just wide, it's a secret.
Yeah, it is.
And somehow it plays better in the market for you to have the assumption that you know.
You know, exactly.
And they like it like that.
Of course, that is, they don't just like it, that's their business.
Their business is the ignorance of the poor.
Exactly.
How important is the issue of your circle in wealth creation?
It's everything. When I say independent learning, there are two ways. There's one you learn in books, but there's one that they are not written. You have to be informed about it. That's why at a level, your banker becomes your best friend. Something happened recently, but I will just say it codedly. Someone got into oil, and a few weeks later, we see what's happening in oil.
Yeah. You feel that's the power of information?
Yes. It's not coincidence. There's a terminal that large fund management use. It costs about $30,000 per year. On that terminal, you can see where every ship vessel is, where every private jet is. Now look at it. Someone also in the same market you are in is using a dashboard that costs $30,000 a year. You are using a free app, and you think you are making the same decision.
So it is important that you have relationships and people that you can get to have first-hand information. But what is information where there's no capital?
I believe that there are certain things you can trade to get certain information or to get into certain circles. For example, maybe you get a job now.
Yeah.
If you understand, that's what they call office politics. If you understand how to grow, who to make happy, you would grow. The same thing in business also. You know the customers to make friends with. You know the customers to go the extra mile for. You know the customers to send packages to, even though you are still a small business. But when you understand that I'm not just trying to do business, I really want to grow something, right? There are some people you are keen on. There's a way someone pursues you that even you start taking the person seriously.
True.
But because the average person would say, his own pride is too much. Meanwhile, this person have reasons to be proud. This person have done well for themselves. So why should they just open to you? I know someone that every time I go to him, we have pictures that I cannot post. We take picture, we take video, we laugh, but I dare not post it.
Why is that?
I dare not mention his name.
Why is that?
He doesn't want to be known.
I know many extremely wealthy people.
Yeah.
And extremely powerful people who don't even want to be known. In fact, I know some of them who don't even have 300 followers.
Of course.
I think that the poor and the wealthy are living in two separate worlds. They may share the same planet, but two different worlds. The fact that you don't even have capital is first and foremost a sign that you don't know so much also.
Yes.
So you link poverty to knowledge bankruptcy.
It is. When people look at people from rich home, they think in terms of money. No, that's the least of what they got.
True.
That's the least of what they got. They wake up hearing figures. They wake up being comfortable with affluence. They hear their parents do deals. They go to daddy's office. They go to mommy's office. Many of them do internship in their parents' company.
True.
They are already miles ahead. They understand this thing. You hear Dangote give reference to his grandfather and his uncle.
Yeah.
Right? They don't have to give him a kobo. They've given him, and then guess what? When he runs into, you would hear Otedola write in his book that governors were coming to their house. Children of the Folawiyos were coming to. You think when you go to Folawiyo's house, they are discussing Mr. Macaroni? No, that's not what they are discussing. It's listening to. So they have knowledge to an extent. Even if they don't have any knowledge, they understand how to make deals.
So you feel small people discuss small things?
Of course, that's all they know about. That's what they know to discuss. It's not that they don't want to discuss better things. It's that there's nothing big in their circumference.
Are you saying that the bulk of the things done entertainment or that is targeted towards certain class of people?
We can check from the quality of people doing it. A poor person will only do poverty content. People dragged Temi Otedola for doing A Day in My Life, and she was flying, and people were getting angry at it because the lifestyle of the rich upsets the poor. They feel like it's unfair. They feel somehow.
You know, I'm thinking about the fact that sometimes you watch certain skits and the whole concept of this is either somebody mistakenly steps on a soldier, brutalizes the person, or somebody buys bread and beans, can't afford to pay. You say that the fact that I find it funny means that I can relate.
So I think it's not just funny. The fact that you are at home with it.
It's a reality.
Exactly. So it's home. It's friendly. It's what you are used to. So those are people that you like to follow because they, you feel like that.
More like since one is not doing much, you have people that help you take away that
Exactly.
time. There's no value to it. Is that what you said?
Exactly, yeah.
Like they're around, buy one plot.
Yeah.
And then you can sell back. You don't feel it's a wise investment idea?
I don't think it is. First thing first, you are buying one plot because you are broke.
True.
Good. Now, even let's say you sell the one plot in the next 10 years, right, for profit. If you do not still cure your brokenness, in 10 years you sell it and still use it to eat, you still be broke. Buying and selling for profits doesn't make you rich. It doesn't make you wealthy. There are broke landlords everywhere. People end up selling their land to cater for children's school fees. It means you are still broke. You should have cash flow that sorts all those things. There are many things that people even sell as investment goals or financial goals.
Yeah.
That only means that they are saying that you would never be rich.
What?
Yeah. Because if someone is saying that buy land here or buy this land, just buy this so that you can be selling one plot to send your children to school or buy one plot, give one, it means that they are saying that in the next 5 years,
they are aware nothing would have changed.
Exactly. Now let's go to the history of land banking. Okay, there's this particular code that people say 80% of millionaires build what through real estate. Question number one, who said that? When was it said? It was said in the early 1940s. Is it 1940s? Maybe early 800s, thereabout.
Years ago.
It was years ago. Andrew Carnegie. So that was, and guess what was the occupation of the day? Farming.
Interesting.
So meaning that everybody there, the only way you can actually make money is what? Owning land to farm.
Yeah.
So the person that said that thing is not talking about today's reality.
So it's more like trying to use analog mentality in the digital.
Exactly. Age. And then even if you say 80% of debt that he said then, the approach to farming is that you buy large land to farm. But you are buying one plot. You haven't buying 150 square meter. If the land is going to appreciate in value so much, when I find it, I don't want to sell. Why are the developers selling? Is it that they don't want the huge profit that is going to come in future?
They want to make you rich.
Really?
So what you're saying in essence is that nobody is out there to make anybody rich.
It's a lie. It's a lie. If you want to make an average person rich, teach them. Number two, give them grants to do business. Any other thing is a lie.